Hey guys, what's up? It's Umbruhh here, and today I'm back again with another Final Fantasy XIV commentary, and today I am finished with the MSQ on Stormblood. Now, I probably should have finished a while ago, but I took my time, you could say. Now, when I first played Stormblood, I was originally going to level up a samurai first, like get that to 60 and then do all the MSQ quests, but I found that I changed my mind halfway, and like around launch the queue times were really slow for samurai, so I decided why not level up a Dark Knight instead, because my Dark Knight's at 60, it's one of my main classes, and you get queues like almost instantly as a tank, and I know a fair bit of tanking, of course. That's what I thought. Because so today I'm going to talk about my experiences playing through the MSQ as a tank, or playing through Stormblood, leveling it up to 70 with a tank. So, as you know, I'm primarily a DPS kind of guy. Like, I prefer dealing damage instead of taking damage, although I sometimes suck a lot, so I take damage as a DPS. But that's not the point. I'm going to be talking about my experiences with tanking, learning some things I didn't know. So, the first real, journey began when I got to the new trial, which is called Susano. So, Susano is one of the primals you face. He's the first primal you fight in Ruby Sea, and I like this primal. Like, I like how he's not, I will kill the warrior of light. Like, not evil. He seems kind of like a jolly and goofy guy. But, it was a good boss. Like, I off-tanked as a Dark Knight, or maybe I main-tanked. Now, this is kind of embarrassing to talk about, but before doing Susano, I had no idea what a tank buster was. Now, I guess I kind of knew, what it did, I just didn't know what was a tank buster, and I didn't really know what to do when those came. Like, when Susano casted Storm Splitter, I had no idea what to do for the first time, but then I got somebody to help me with it, and I kind of understood, and then it came to me. If I don't know, this basic shit about tanking, like Tanking 101, I'm pretty much fucked, so I thought I should learn, so I kept on looking up guides for, the best possible way to tank, and, how the certain mechanics of Stormblood's dungeons and trials work. And so, when I got up to level 67... No, wait, I want to talk about the Barda medal, because one of the bosses you fight is purely mechanics rather than you fighting a boss. It's about dodging AoEs, doing stuff at the right time. It was pretty good. And I guess they added that in there to test how many people bought the jump potions off the Monk Station, so I'm pretty sure that's why they added it there. So, okay, you didn't play this, so go back and do all the old stuff before you try to speed past Stormblood. So, okay, back to what I was talking about at 67, where you get Lakshmi normal. I went through it as a tank, but this time I was prepared. So what I did was I looked up a guide on how to do Lakshmi normal. I learned the mechanics for it. And in that trial, you get an ability called Vril, which you use. It's kind of like a bubble. You use it during certain attacks of Lakshmi. Like, it kind of buffs you up a bit. Like, it prevents you from being seduced by her and being blown off the platform. So what I did is I made a macro of the Vril ability, letting players know when to use Vril. Because, during certain abilities and phrases, she's like, "Come into my bosom," that's when you use Vril. So I did that, and I tried to get prepared for it, and so it worked out successfully. We didn't wipe at all. And so what I learned about tanking is it's always good to know your fights before you get into them, and that just goes to show how much of a DPS noob I am. And so I got to the Royal Menagerie, the last trial in the game where you fight Shinryu, which is basically Nidhogg. So like we've had Nidhogg as the main antagonist for 2 expansions, one, and Xenos is the main bad guy, but you know what I mean. So this fight, I didn't find it as hard as the previous 2 primals. Well, I mean, they weren't even hard. I mean, like if you don't know the mechanics or like the boss, it's gonna be hard as a tank, but again, I did the same thing, a guide, and I did it, is all I can say. And so I did all the other stuff. I leveled up my Dark Knight and I did the job quests. I've always loved the Dark Knight job quests. I think I might have a mild obsession with it, but that's okay. So this has been my experience with leveling up a tank, first of all, in Stormblood. It taught me a lot of ways how you should use a tank, and don't be afraid to screw up, is all I can say to you guys, because the only way you'll get good at something is by learning from your mistakes through trial and error and also looking up guides. Now, that's all I have to talk about for this video. Anyways, guys, I hope you all love this commentary. Be sure to give a like if you like it, and subscribe for more Final Fantasy XIV content. I also make machinimas, and I will see you guys later. You guys are awesome. Umbruhh out.